Professor Dagli is assistant professor in the Department of Religion and Philosophy at Roanoke College in Virginia. His talk was titled, "The Changing Nature of Power and the Traditionalist Response." In it, he suggests that the modern nation-state, corporation, and university reflect various aspects of modernism, a perspective that opposes traditionalism. In this excerpt, Dr. Dagli stresses the importance of critical thinking about these modern influences for those individuals who adhere to a traditional perspective and who therefore must maintain spiritual independence from those influences.
What I'm trying to just intimate at is that it's important to actually just have a hint of how things work from the traditional point of view. Not just to know that the Renaissance is bad and the Age of Enlightenment is bad, so forth and so on. You have to know who are the agents of the demon, in a sense, in the modern world. Who are the people who are trying to make us other than what we're trying to be? So what does the state want from us? It wants servility. It wants to grow in power. It wants our obedience. It wants a sense of futility from us. It wants us not to exercise our will. It wants us to conform to their will. And the will of the modern nation state has nothing to do with transcendent things. It just wants power. It's by its nature, that's what it is. What do corporations want? They want you to eat. And they want you to produce things to get eaten. That's all they care about. And that's what they want. And they want to make sure that that's how you're geared towards. The modern universities is a bit more complex in terms of intellectuals. But basically, all of these three influences combine together to try and force a kind of mindset, a kind of an imagination. That is to say, they try to conquer our imagination. And this is the danger. That is to say, a king, an emperor, he didn't want your mind. He didn't want to control who you were. He didn't want to own your soul. He wanted your loyalty. He wanted concrete things from you. He wanted tribute and so forth and so on. The modern nation state wants your soul. It wants all of you, inward and outward. The modern corporation wants all of you, inward and outward. The university, that is to say, modernism as an intellectual edifice, tolerates nothing but complete, absolute obedience to its dicta. It doesn't tolerate anything else except for its own ideology. So all these influences are constantly trying to get a hold of us. And so it's enough to at least be aware of this and to be aware that these three are working together in a sense. That's actually no small thing. So you might not be able to do anything about it. I mean, I'm not suggesting revolution or these kinds of things, but at least if you know how things work, then you can, in a sense, mount an adequate defense against it. You can protect your mind. You can protect your imagination. You can at least know that someone's trying to control you. That's a big step from not knowing that you're actually being controlled to knowing that you are being controlled or that someone's trying to control you. That's a big step. Then, in a sense, you have more control over your own spiritual action